Hello everyone, I'm Nate and welcome to my channel. All right, hey, today I have the honor to review a new collaboration yo-yo, a slimline yo-yo. This is going to be called the Sliver, and this may be one of the first looks at it. This is from MK1 and Spiral, so this is called the Sliver. All right, let's get into the Sliver. You know, I've talked about this a little bit on this channel lately in this season of COVID that I've seen more and more companies put out more just fun yo-yos, more of just not necessarily pushing the competitive sort of side of yo-yo, but more of just kind of everyday, just fun. A lot of organic and a fair amount of slimline yo-yos. Actually, I have one other slimline yo-yo that I'm holding on to right now that I'll be reviewing really shortly. So I was excited to see that two really cool companies. I really like MK1. I really like what Spiral has done. And Spiral has just the Kappa, right? And I love that yo-yo. I actually ended up buying an extra edition of that after I reviewed that yo-yo. I really do like that yo-yo a lot. And I'm excited to see what they'll do. And so I was excited to see a new yo-yo from them. And then on top of that, combining forces with MK1. This is called the Sliver. So here's my edition of this. It comes in a number of different colorways. And one of the things you're gonna notice is that it has a completely flat hub design. And so that kind of leans towards just the ability to be really creative with it and use that as sort of a canvas for just all kinds of engravings and things like that. And so there's a number of editions of this that will have that on there, but I like this plain one too. So they gave me the option of choosing what color I wanted, and I kind of wanted just to have a nice plain look one, but there'll be some really cool additions too that I might just have to pick up in the future myself as well. Now, I normally don't talk too much about like boxes and things like that and the packaging, but I wanted to mention the box for this because it's so cool. You know, I'm not a huge Magic the Gathering fan, not anymore. I played a little bit like in high school, a little bit in college. With that said, the box on this is so cool. So for those who play Magic the Gathering, you'll recognize this box right away. The artwork is so cool. It's a sliver there and has you know, it even has some flavor text on it. You know, it's so cool. On the side, it says here, and has like some of their, you know, the specs as well on there. So it's 54 millimeter by 34 millimeter width and 63 grams. And so that's the, you know, 6061 aluminum, Type C bearing, 8 millimeter axle, and 19 millimeter pad. So it has all the specs there, and also has Kappa and Spiral and artwork and all these other things, and then Sliver artwork by Cheyenne Smith. So really cool on that. Box artwork, actually, rather, is Evelyn Butler, and it has the Twitter accounts and all that stuff of all the artists, yo-yo designed by Spiral and MK1. I want to read you the flavor text on the back here. It says that in the world of yo-yo companies, new alliances and collaborations appear as if overnight, but the real work happens over months and sometimes years beforehand. This yo-yo is the product of such a collaboration between Spiral and MK1 YoYos. The Sliver was created out of the need to make a better performance slimline that challenges the player without limiting them. We carefully chose which aesthetics to bring into the design, including an expansive flat cup, and the signature spiral rim groove in the face, and a faceted inverse round shape in the profile to reduce string drag. The slim form factor makes the Sliver an exceptional daily companion. Swap in the full width greased bearing, which I have one of those. I'm not going to talk about that too much, by the way, but it is basically a fully responsive setup. To experience the world semi-responsive, it's more tug responsive, but I could see where they mean by semi-responsive. Try it out on your other yo-yos too. So you can swap that out. It's a C-size bearing. Actually, when I bought the Kappa from Spiral. They included that as just an add-on, so I have that as well, but I won't talk about that too much. But basically understand that if you want to have it completely sort of responsive, semi-responsive they're calling it, which I have mixed feelings about that term, but anyways, you can have it unresponsive out of box or responsive. So it'll come with those two bearings, but a C-size bearing. So I do like the, it has this sort of high wall feel to it, but it is pulled ever so slightly away from that, So it has, like it said like I read from the box, it does have less string drag and so on. And right away I noticed, as again it said on the box, that rim there design that is shared on the Kappa. So it pulled in a lot of the design features from a lot of their yo-yos. I'm not sure exactly which one from the MK1 catalog I would pull from that. Obviously the only one that Spiral has so far is the Kappa, and so I can see the influence on that, especially just with the rim there. But this is a unique yo-yo to, I think, either one company. So I don't think it's a collaboration in the sense of they took this yo-yo and this yo-yo and kind of jammed them together, but rather just kind of pulled their expertise in design together into this yo-yo. So 63 grams, I will say that it feels lighter than that. It has a little bit more of a nimble feel, and we'll talk more about that on the string. But I like the fact that it's not so slimline that it's lacking in performance. It feels like in the hand, kind of the same width, and I've been playing the Panorama a lot more lately, just because I like that feel of that Yo-Yo 2. That's a slimline Yo-Yo 2, but this isn't so slim that it's going to be difficult to hit those string movements and segments rather, and kind of doesn't feel like it's so high-walled and thin-gapped that it's just going to be more of a challenge, which I think those yo-yos are fun, but again, I think the goal of this yo-yo was to make a slimline pocket yo-yo that was still like not lacking in performance, okay? And I think they succeeded with that, which is a hard balance to have. You could have a slimline yo-yo that's more, fad, trendy, whatever, but doesn't really necessarily perform super, super well. It's more just like an experiment. I don't get that from the Sliver here. So, all right, enough talking about it. Let's actually go play it and have some fun with it, and let's go play it. All right. All right. Welcome back to the on the string section with the Sliver collaboration yo-yo from MK1 and Spiral. Both companies, again, I have really liked what they've put out, and what I've had a chance to review, I really like their yo-yos a lot. MK1 has a larger catalog, so again, it was nice to see Spiral putting out something again, and to just going out there and collaborating with a established company that they're like-minded. So like I said, a slimline yo-yo, but that it's very capable. I'm not feeling like, and I've had this for about a week or so, and I've played it quite a bit because I really do enjoy the play of it. I don't feel like I'm having like a lot of string misses, right? Like the gap feels pretty competitive for me. It's not like the widest gap ever, obviously, because it is still a slimline yo-yo, so it still feels slim in the hand and it feels slim in a pocket, so it's going to be really nice for that EDC sort of vibe. But I don't feel like I'm having to, like miss the gap a lot. So just like even things like, Eli hops or whatever, or string wraps, I'm not feeling like, it's lacking in there. Okay, so it still feels very competitive. It does have the concave C-size bearing in there right now, so that does aid in that. I don't think I would want a flat bearing with this yo-yo if I'm going to be, pushing it to be a little bit more performance focused. It's not going to be ideal for grinds and things like that. You're going to have to kind of hit that just right. It's also not going to be ideal for finger spins because it's going to kind of roll around just like that. You could probably pull off a pretty quick one if you wanted to, especially if you kind of tilted it. You could do that. But nothing that's going to be long spinning, I don't think. This would not be the yo-yo to lean towards. Thumb grinds are going to be fine. It doesn't really have a pronounced IRG, like it doesn't hook in there, but I didn't really have to tip that. There's enough of a space in there that you can do that, so no problem at all. Weight on this is 63 grams, but it does feel a little bit more nimble than that. It doesn't have a float to it, but it does have a nice, like, just nimble, lighter pace to it without compromising for spin times. Okay, so I like the feel in the hand a lot. A lot of slimline yo-yos tend to be, if they are lighter, you know, because there's just less material to work with, sometimes are too light, and I'm feeling like whenever I'm binding, I'm having to kind of reach for it. This yo-yo, I don't feel that way at all. They found a nice balance for that. I mean, I beefed that trick a little bit, but I do like this trick a lot. You know, I don't know about you, but I kind of like sit with the trick for a little bit, or I find an element. That's how I've been kind of constructing tricks a lot lately, and I just keep trying to come back to it. I used to be kind of like trying to like crank out as many tricks as I can, but lately I've been kind of just like stewing over one trick and maybe an element of a trick for like even weeks or months even, you know, and I keep coming back to it and keep coming back to it. Quality over quantity, right? I really do like these two companies independently, and I'm glad that they work together on quite a cool slimline yo-yo. So definitely check this out. As I said in the unboxing or in the hand section, it will come with another bearing in addition. That's a greased up, shielded C-size bearing. So if you want to have a responsive sort of feel with this yo-yo, it would be very capable for that too. Certainly the profile of this would be really nice for a responsive or semi-responsive sort of play and feel as well. But that's it for my review of the Sliver from MK1 YoYos and Spiral. All right, and until the next one, later.